It's Wednesday, and it's again time for me to share with you one thing that I managed to achieve, one thing that I managed to learn, and one thing that I find out that I need to fix, and to remind you that's a good chance for you to try to do the same thing. So if you will, on a daily basis, try to post one thing that you managed to learn, one thing that you managed to find out that needs to be fixed, and one thing that you learn, it will help you to better realize your achievement, and it will help others to know what you're dealing with, and you might get help. So try it, it's worth it. What I managed to achieve today. We are running, let's erase it. Okay, so it's unrelated to the way that you organize your company, whether it's hierarchy or no hierarchy, it really doesn't matter. You need, for people that are working within your organization, to create a very clear roadmaps that define what they need to have or possess in order to be a certain grade. That if you are running in hierarchy way, worth certain grade or certain compensation, and if you are running in a different non-hierarchy way, it can be worth certain percentage of revenue or any other way to compensate. But certain level of knowledge and ability to contribute to a company should be compensated differently. And the way that we chose to do it is to create what we call roadmaps. And those roadmaps has 13 skill set or knowledge that someone needs to possess in certain expertise. Then 13 different competencies that we believe someone should have to succeed in our environment. And each one of those competencies and skill set are labeled between 1 or rate between 1 to 3 or 0. 0, you don't have them. 1, you have basic. 2, you have advanced. And 3, you're really mastering them. And the roadmap is kind of an Excel or table where you have the 13 and the 13 as rows, and you have certain level of compensation as columns, and different 1s or 2s or 3 define which level you need to have in a certain skill set or competency in order to deserve certain compensation level. And we give it to people directing themselves, and then we are calling an external independent party to rate the skill set, and we're using our beloved HR group, really beloved, to do assessment of the competencies. And whenever the independent assessment find you, this is where you are in your current compensation, and that enables you to plan ahead of time what you need to do in order to move from one level to another. Sounds complex, but it's not so much, or not at all. So the bottom line is that we did several assessments, and we find out that at least 2 people in our group deserve a change in their pay scale due to the fact that we hired them in certain level of skill set and competencies, and they managed to move forward to a higher level of skill set and competencies. So for me, that's an achievement. I like it. What I learned that controls, so every company puts control in place, and the control should protect the company. But what I learned today is that not sometimes, all the time, in some point of time, the control that protect the company also protect the company from any changes. But those changes are extremely needed in order to succeed in today's world, because if you are not changing all the time, if you're not adapting, if you're not even disrupting yourself, someone else will happily do it for you and will take your business. So that's something I learned today, and I hope that you agree with me or you see the same thing. And last but not least, one thing that I managed to fix, find out it needs to be fixed. And what I found out needs to be fixed is that every time that we have any kind of admin issues, how to manage stuff, more reviews if you're doing, or approval of basic stuff, all that admin stuff that needs to be done. Although there is no manager, so there are no manager doing it, and that's the problem. So you're doing it in different ways, and those different ways usually take all the burden of those tasks into one guy. And when this one guy has too much to do, he always reflects back to hierarchy, saying, okay, let's spread it between different people and let people report to those people, and we will handle those complexities or those task we will split the load in the task by doing that. But in people mindset, if you revert back to hierarchy, even if it's just from admin purposes, you set certain mindset that it's very hard then to revert back. It takes a lot of time to change people mindset from hierarchy, and it is very easy to revert back. So try not to fall into this trap. When you have admin issues, try to find the right way how to resolve your admin issues without reverting back to even Sido or dummy hierarchical structure. So that's all. One thing I managed to achieve, one thing that I learned today, and one thing that I find out needs to be fixed. See you tomorrow. Bye.